Hey guys, welcome back. Today we haven't really done much. It has been spitting rain off and on all day, and when it rains or even just gets a little bit wet, these belts don't grab this pulley. You can see this pulley right here, it's nice and smooth, so it just slides and it doesn't move the carriage forwards or backwards. So I've just been just kind of putting around here, trying to get some ideas on what I need to do next to make this property more productive. But in my last video that I just put up, I don't know if you saw or not, but these bolts right here came loose, so I got to get a wrench and tighten those up. So I need to do that. And then someone asked about my guide here, and if I'm going to hook that back up. I would love to hook it back up, but I need to come up with an automatic chain tensioner, because it just keeps jumping the tooth there, because when you move these knees forwards and backwards, this shaft moves up and down, because the C channel here just kind of pivots. So this is an old track. This track is probably 60-70 years old. I'm not track, carriage. Carriage is probably about 60 or 70 years old. And I don't know what kind of torture it was done before I got it, but I've knocked it off of the track a few times, and kind of tweaked it, so I had to add these weights to the front. But yeah, so later today I am going to go pick up another piece of equipment that's going to help us out here on the property. But before we get to that, some of the things that I'm just walking around here trying to figure out what I'm doing is this pile. I need to go ahead and process all these short logs into firewood. I need to stack all those pine logs somewhere, so they're out of the way, so I can actually grade this area and push all this water, so all the water can run off down the hill there. You can see I got a puddle of water there. The boys, when we clean out around the mill, all the bark and everything gets kind of thrown here along the driveway, and you can see where we're running over. So I need to get all these white oak logs here pulled out, so I can push all this stuff back into this pile. And then this pile it's about ready to go down to the garden. I do need to turn it probably once more, but and then kind of sift through it and pull out some of the large chunks that haven't broken down and start a new pile. But for the most part, that pile is ready to be used in the garden. The other issue is, it's kind of getting to me, is this area over here. I have all these logs. They're not really stacked. There's no rhyme or reason to this area. It's just kind of overflow. What I do is, when I have a specific order that I need to fill, I just go through the wood pile, and as I'm pulling logs out, I just kind of bring them up here and stick them out of my way. And now this area is full, and I can't really do much. So I got some 10-foot, 8 and 10-foot poplar, pretty large poplar. I got pine there. I got these 3 walnut trees here that I need to mill. I have that. I think that's gum there, so those are just going to be 4x4s. I have some I think that's gum also. And then there's some oak back there and some short pines. And then I got some long pines. And then I have this big old pile of old rotten oak that I just probably should just throw over the hill and let Mother Nature do its thing. But I'd love to take these trees down. Let's see how many trees are here. So there's those two over there are oaks. That's a beech tree. Those two there are beech tree. That's a beech. That's an oak. Beech. Dead maple. Oak. That looked like it had some metal in it. So that's all going to be firewood. And I have another little oak back there. So what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have about 12 trees that I need to take down and open up this area here, so I can actually start stacking my logs and start get organized a little bit better. But hang on, Judy just got home. All right, where were we? Yeah, get this opened up so I can stack and organize my logs here a little bit better. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, once these trees are out of here, I'm going to start organizing them per species and length. So I'll have a pile of 8-foot pines, a pile of 10-foot pines, a pile of 12-foot pines, you know, and so on. These logs right here, they're poplar. I can't touch those. My wife will kill me. They were growing mushrooms on them last year, so these are now her designated mushroom growing logs. And I have the old pile here. It's got old poplar and a little bit of white oak there. And then a bunch of these little cookies that the tree company has cut up. Basically useless wood there. I probably should just bust those down into little pieces and turn them into firewood, or just throw them in a fire. Let's just stay on this side of the driveway for now. Yeah, just another, because I was running out of room down at the mill and down at the lower yard, so I had the tree company just kind of drop their ugly nasty pieces up here. I mean, these are some massive white oak crotch pieces. I can't mill. They're way too big to go in the mill, and log splitter won't even touch those. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. So if you guys have any ideas, go ahead and shoot them, send them my way, and I will see if it's in my capabilities of doing so. Some short oak pieces there, some more short oak pieces there, and all that back there is poplar, and that's been there for 4 years. So I don't even think any of that is even worth putting on the mill. This pile here, this is an old poplar log. I'm going to take this one down to the garden for my wife so she can use this as a grow bed. And then this entire pile is logs with metal in it. I decided I was going to throw all my logs with metal in here because most of them are good for firewood. So I have a pretty decent pile of metal filled logs. And that's it on this side of the driveway. Now on the opposite side, this is where I've been storing my overflow boards that haven't moved. And I need a flat area. I really need a flat area to stack this, because you can see there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's a bow here. You can see that pine board there. Because it's been drying like that, a lot of this lumber is pretty much waste. So I really need a flat space. to stack lumber. And then we got some huge chunks up here. Then we got firewood, piles of firewood that we've cut and split last year. So all this is seasoned and ready to be burned. That didn't move this past year because it wasn't very cold. So yeah, and then we have back over here, we got a pile of logs that we need to process for firewood. Those are firewood poles. There is one cherry in there, one pretty decent sized cherry. So I think I'm going to pull that one out and mill it. But I need to go through this and organize this. But it stops raining long enough for me to do something. That or I needed some kind of cover. Alright, so I got my 3 cages, 3 totes up here. I'm getting ready to fill with already split firewood. Again, more firewood or more logs that needs to be processed. Some more logs over there that need to be thrown over the hill because I just couldn't get to it in time. That is our scrap metal pile. I need to haul off to the scrap yard. And then this is directly across from the mill. I need to sort through all this. This is all hardwood. So I need to start pulling this out and start processing this. A lot of that wood is just rotting. There's a nice long kind of crooked cherry there. But yeah, with all this rain that we've gotten, I'm just so backed up. And here's another pile. This is anything, well, there's cedar there, but everything else besides that log, everything is under 8 foot. And it's either cedar, cypress, poplar, or pine. And then some more piles of hard oak, too short to go in the mill, that I need to process for firewood. So yeah, and then I have a pile of pines that I'm just going to turn into sawdust. I did something big.
Careful, Sammy.
You wanna explain to them?
Do I want to explain what to them? There's a giant metal thing in my driveway.
We bought an excavator. Alright guys, get down. Watch out for Sammy.
Sammy, if Mason can fit in the bucket, then Sammy definitely can fit.
Good day all around.
We got an excavator for the ranch. An E48 Bobcat.
What's up, man?
24-inch bucket, hydraulic thumb. It's pretty nice. So we're gonna get this offloaded, and we're gonna play around with this. The kids are a little ecstatic about it.
Especially Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He is so excited. He is all about the excavators. He calls it the excavator. Sammy, what is that? What is that? Is that an excavator? All right, guys. I'm gonna pull this off, and then in about
Daddy gonna let you drive it? Yeah. Are you gonna drive the excavator?
in about an hour or so, I'll go over it. But yeah. Yesterday, I went and picked up a piece of equipment for the ranch. It's going to help us out a lot, and I've been wanting one for a long time, and let's go check it out. Bobcat E48. the R2 series. It's 2024. Has, I don't know how many hours it has. It had like 3 hours when I got it, but you can see it's just a muddy mess up here. But this is where I normally park the trailer, and I started playing with it last night when I got home. It was right around dark, so I couldn't really video very much of it, but yeah, I started digging into that hill. I'm trying to make a ramp so I can get on top of that hill to take out that stump and take those trees down. So there are some changes coming to the ranch. This hill is coming out. All these trees right here are coming out. We're going to start putting a kiln in that spot, and we're going to put up a building over the mill. But anyways, back to my play toy. We got this from Metro Bobcat. There's their information. So anyone in the DC, Virginia metro area, give these guys a shout. They're really good guys to work with. Answered all my questions, really nice, took their time, went over the machine. So, but yeah, it's the long arm model with a thumb. Right now I just have a 24-inch bucket, but in a few months I will be getting a grading rake for it and a flail mower, and I'll probably end up getting an auger and a post driver for it as well. So this also has the quick attach. You can operate that from inside the cab. These pins right here, they just move in and out, so you don't have to get out and remove a pin. So it's got a diverter valve up there, so when you're running a flail mower, your thumb, it turns your thumb off and it reroutes the hydraulic flow to these ports right here. So I picked the Bobcat one for a couple of reasons. The Bobcat does not have a strong presence on YouTube, and so I'm trying to get something a little bit different, do stuff a little bit different than, you know, what you would normally see on YouTube. A lot of the Bobcat videos are 3-4 years old, so I'm going to start making videos that are, you know, new and fresh. The other is the regen. This does not have regen cycle on it like the Kubotas do. If you go over to Outdoor with the Morgans, Mike, he's always complaining that his Kubota, his KX57-5, he'll use it for a little bit, and then it has to do a regen cycle, which is just sits there and runs for 10-15 minutes, full open throttle, and it wastes all that fuel. This does not have it. So that's another reason why I picked it. And I just like the Bobcats. I've always have. And this comes with full climate control, radio, heated seat. This does not have a backup camera like the Kubotas do. Now this does, you can hook a laser transit receiver up to this and have it run on the inside, to the screen on the inside. But that will probably be later. I'll probably pick up one of those in a few months or so when I go build the house. The door is locking, so you have this little bracket here, goes down in there, and it locks open so you can use it open. And then to close it, you just hit this orange lever, which releases it. You need two hands to do that though. we go. The front glass opens. This is just a tool for the diverter valve. I gotta put that in the little toolbox that's on the other side. But let's climb up in here. Alright, this has a code that you can enter. It doesn't really have a removable key. You just turn this. And there's your, gotta wait, and then enter your code, and you're ready to start. There we go, we got 4.3 hours on the machine. It says it's cold. But I am not familiar with this screen enough to do any kind of video on it. I need to learn it. But you got your climate control right here, your lights, and all your for your screen there. All right, the also the front glass opens. You just push this button. You need two hands for this one. You push this button and this button, and the glass folds open and locks in place over top. And then these are brackets for, and a little rubber bumper for the glass. Over here you have your throttle. This does have the auto throttle on it, so you can kick it up. And if you don't use it for a while, for a few seconds, it auto back down. But as soon as you hit a control, oops, I don't even have my arm down. There you go. As soon as you hit a control, and this operates the thumb. It does have windshield wipers. I gotta figure out how to turn those on. Like I said, I just got this last night and didn't have much time to play around with it. I gotta figure out how to turn the windshield wipers on. There's your music button, your lights, it's auto mute there. Oh, there we go, windshield wipers. Couldn't see it, the little armrest is blocking it. Not bad. And it gets locked away here so you can open your glass and the wiper won't be in the way. The lever to open the door. This will, let's do this. This here rotates the boom like backhoe mode. Hydraulics are really smooth on this. I think they're pretty comparable to the KX, to the Kubota KX model. Of course, let's throttle this down. Of course, your left joystick, left and right is your house, like on all the other excavators. This here is your blade, goes up and down. I just got the single blade. I didn't get the tilt. This is your fast mode. So if your travel speed, this gives you a little more speed to get to your destination. You just press it, and you can see a little rabbit comes on. You can turn the travel alarm off on this, so when you move this, you can hear it. And if you hit there's a little button over here you can push. Well, you have to be actively moving, so you push it and it turns it off. But as soon as you stop, it turns itself back on. So I will probably, you're down here under your right leg is your adjustment to turn it to SAE mode or ISO mode, so A or B. So right now it's set in A, but I mean I can operate both. Let's flip you guys around. So I can operate both, but I'm more comfortable with the B mode than I am with A mode. So I'll probably end up switching that to B mode. But yeah. So like I said, I need to familiarize myself with the screen. And you can put a camera on there. Right now there's no camera installed, so you can use this for that. You can add your phone, which I haven't done yet. There's your radio. You have your service. You can view schedule service. And it gives you a little time meter there. So my first service is in 45 hours, and all it is just grease, swing, bearing, and pinion. And then at 500 hours, you replace the replace case drain filter, and then hydraulic filter, and then at 1,000 motor fluids. So breather cap, check air filter. So yeah. But you can also adjust those times too, which I'm not going to. But yeah. So like I said, I need to familiarize myself with this a little bit more before I can actually do an educated video. You got your attachments that you can set on here. You got your laser equipment, depth check. You got an air vent here. You got two back here, which they seem to. It seems to be putting out, quite a bit of air on low. You can turn this so you can blow it on the glass if you need to defrost the glass. But yeah, it's a pretty fun little toy. Side window opens, closes. Back window opens up. But you got two vents down here. You can blow it down there on the glass to defrost. But this is your quick exchange button. That's to unlock it, and that's to lock it. And the bucket will detach from inside the cab. So alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Like I said, it's raining, so I can't really do much, but I just wanted to show you a little video of the new piece of equipment. I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this one. It's something that we needed on the ranch to get stuff done, and I'm getting tired of just looking around at all the things that need to be done and that has to be done in order for us to move forward. Right now we're just kind of sitting still, sitting idle, just, you know, running our daily lives, just milling orders. We're not really gaining any ground. Like I said, we need a building over the mill. We need a kiln so we can start kiln drying some of this lumber, and so we can start moving some of these logs. And that's the biggest part, I think, right there, is the green wet lumber. There's not a big market, especially in my area. A lot of the farms are selling out, and there's only a handful of farms now. So unless you have over 3 acres here in Maryland, well, here in Calvert in Maryland, you need to have at least 3 acres before you can put get any chickens or pigs or anything like that. So building chicken coops and stuff, for a lot of people, you know, I pretty much exhausted that market. So now it's time to start milling and selling kiln dried lumber for people to start building furniture and doing woodworking projects. So that's that's in the plans, for hopefully by the end of this summer we'll have a kiln up and running, and we can definitely start, you know, moving forwards. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments about the new purchase, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I will get to you as soon as I can. And you guys take care.